First, meet Stephany Cohen. Stephany claims that she is often visited by aliens who help to guide her through life. Not only does she claim aliens sneak into her room at night, she also says that she has sex with them and has out-of-this-world orgasms.
Professor Chris French, however, believes there is a rational explanation, and welcome to you both. This is utterly fascinating, and we should say to Stephany, we're glad to have you here this morning because, as you've been in this morning talking to us, last night, you travelled out to the solar system. Where did you go and how did you get there?
My group, I call them Team Spirit, and we have a UFO, flying saucer.
Yeah. And we've got a photo. No, it's not a photo.
It's a picture I drew.
This is a drawing that you've done, and this is the UFO that you went in.
Yeah, sure. We go off to planets within our own solar system, but also to way out into the solar system.
Do you go in mind or do you go in body?
In mind, because it happens when when my physical body is asleep, but my spirit will then leave.
Could it be a dream? I mean, would that be what most people call dreaming?
A dream is a friendly way of letting you know what you've been doing without scaring you. That's what dreams really are, yeah. Because people would be afraid to actually would be afraid if they were face to face with, say, an alien.
Yeah. So the different species. Let's talk about them. These different beings. You say that there are cat people. There are reptilians.
Yeah.
Are they all? They're all part of. They're not part of the same race. So these are separate.
No,
entities.
they're very separate, but they do come from the solar system that they come from, which is within the Canis Major.
So that's where they originate.
Yeah, they're different planets within the Canis Major system.
So you, I assume, have seen life and other civilizations on other planets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how prolific is life in the universe?
When you look up at the stars at night, that's how prolific it is.
Who is Ian the Octopus Man?
Yeah, he's an octopus man. He stays quite close to me, sort of like a spirit kind of boyfriend, but not really boyfriend. I don't call it boyfriend, just a good spirit friend. And he happens to be from the octopus race. I mean, all of them indulge in insects, but particularly the cat people are extremely highly charged sexually, you know, and it's part of our culture, the cat people culture.
So what do you make of this? You're not convinced, are you?
I'm not convinced, no. I mean, I think the viewers at home will make their own mind up about what they think about what we've just heard. The obvious question is, was there any kind of external proof for any of this? I mean, and there's lots of claims being made about various kinds of expeditions to the solar system and elsewhere in the universe, but it's all happening in Stephany's head, basically, as she admits herself. Now, I mean, there is this thing about the orgasms. That's clearly a very physical event, which, you know, we wouldn't choose to, but one could actually observe that. But, again, there are alternative explanations. There is a disorder known as persistent genital arousal disorder. It's quite rare.
Interviewed someone on here with that.
Absolutely. And very often, usually people kind of don't find it very enjoyable. Good luck to Stephany that she actually seems to enjoy the whole experience. But there are alternative explanations for absolutely everything that Stephany's mentioned.
But it's a lovely thing to imagine, though, isn't it? The fact that we happen to have a sort of flesh aspect, but there's a spiritual side to us that could travel the universe.
It's not a new claim by any means. There have been claims like this for centuries. There were claims, you know, back in previous centuries of people who'd gone to other planets and observed things. But of course, now we've actually been there ourselves and we can see what is actually there. We know that all those claims were wrong.
So, are they with you all the time? I mean, are they here now, for example?
Yes.
And what is the reason for them being here? Why are they here? Why did they choose to come in today?
Because I'm here.
So they follow you wherever you are?
They've been coming all week, actually.
Yeah. Just
my grand's been sitting on the sofa over there doing her knitting. My cat grandmother.
So aliens knit?
Well, she takes on the human form. She has been in human incarnation.
Why don't they show themselves? If they're here now, and one of the greatest things, one of the greatest revelations for mankind would be one of these beings to manifest themselves right behind me now. Why don't they show themselves?
Because then they're not into showing off. They're very quite reserved in themselves.
Well, they have sex with you at a bus stop. That's not very reserved.
No. What I mean is they don't show themselves to the world like that. They tend to deal on a personal level with individuals because we all have guides, our own guides, and they are my guides, and so they interact with me. If you wanted to see them, they would do that through your guides. Or your guides would allow them to come through so that you can see them.
Go on.
I mean, if these spirits are actually here, I mean, that would be a very easy way to test that. If we could get the spirits to go into another room just outside the studio and tell us come back in and tell you what's in there, and then you tell us, that's it. That would shut me up. That's all it would take.
Tell them to go into my dressing room right now and tell me what's in my briefcase. Would they do that?
I don't know. I'm trying to myself to look into a briefcase myself.
What do you see?
I don't know. I just see the briefcase, but I'm not
What
actually.
colour is it?
I'm seeing a briefcase. I'm seeing it's dark in colour with a silver strip. I'm seeing a briefcase. I'm not necessarily saying it's necessarily, but I'm not actually going into the briefcase.
I let you. You're allowed. You can snoop in there as much as you like.
I'm not actually. I don't know why. Maybe later on, they will show that to me. So I'm not claiming that I can actually...
See, again, we fall at the final hurdle where proof was possible, right here on the telly.
I know.
They fail once more.
I know, but I mean, I am psychic and I am mediumistic, and yet I am actually saying it doesn't always work when you want it to work.
And these, which ones are these?
Who's that? Which one's that one?
No, it's just an image of... when the greys first came to me, that was how they appeared, with the large dark eyes.
That's quite an established view of the way aliens have been visualised on this planet.
This is how greys look. Okay. There are other beings that will look slightly different in colour or...
It did strike me when I was on Monday, actually, and you were saying, you know, why is it that they keep on abducting people and putting probes here, there and everywhere? I mean, what they need really is a copy of Grey's Anatomy.
There you go.
I've been waiting since Monday to say
that. Well done that you finally managed to get it in.
Well
it's absolutely fascinating.
It is fascinating. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And good luck if you go off on your trips tonight.
Bring something back.
Yes. Yes, I want a little...
And I might actually tell you what's in the briefcase later, but for some reason they're not... you know, telling me right this moment.
Well, you can forget the briefcase if you can bring me a little bit of Saturn, and that will be proof enough.
He just wants the
No, I've got that. I want Saturn. For further information on our supernatural week or anything we've just discussed, have a look at our website. Room, and I have brought. This is the briefcase that we were talking about. That's the very one, very old.
I would argue
time.
that's a satchel.
Well, yeah, but she should have known that.
Right, go on.
If she'd have gone in there, I've got a book. I've got a wallet. I've got a phone charger. I've got some headphones. I've got some pens. I've got some mints of a various brand, Flick Flack, and I don't remember. Someone's put that in because.
Whatever.
Yes. Well, there you go.
There you go. That's the
now we know.
Go on.
Also, Carly Smithfield, she says that was some of the best TV ever. Solly Dolly. Very showbiz name. I bet she thought the sex was out of this universe.
Oh, there you go. I'm quite jealous of her. Like, because she's having, like, she goes off to space.
Not the sex at the bus stop.
No, not the sex at the bus stop, but I can give and take that. Thank you very
I'd
much.
love to just go off to space. That'd be fantastic.
I mean, she's having a great time.
Yes, she is. Amy says, no disrespect to the woman, but watching Phil's face has made it worth me staying in to watch this morning today. David, I only tuned in for this interview to watch Phil and Holly's faces. You did very well.
I think you've got to listen to everybody.
No, indeed.
You've got to keep an open mind. Sometimes my face lets me down.
The final comment, and I think this sums it all up about that interview, was from Ben Tarling. It brings new meaning to 50 Shades of Grey.
She calls them greys.
They were called
She called them greys.
Why didn't we think of that?
That's maybe where it comes from.
Maybe it is.
There we are. Lovely. Thank you,
Interesting.
guys. Thank you, team.
Thanks,
Thank you very
thanks.
much indeed.